Hey, I just want to get on here real quick and remind you how much you are loved, how much you are cared about, how much the universe cares about you, your angels, your guides. We are on Earth, and Earth isn't the easiest place to be all the time, right? So I just wanted to send love and light out there. And I also want to send specifically some love and light to my transgender family, non-binary family. Of course, love to everybody, but I want to send some extra love. Sometimes I see a lot of extra hate in the exterior, more than others. And I've noticed that recently, and I've actually received a little bit of hate myself for being trans. And, it all goes so deep. There's a lot of perspectives going on this planet. And some people see transgender people in a way that transgender people don't even see themselves. Some people, from what I've observed, think that trans people have some kind of agenda, or that they're not real, or just whatever. Or it's really crazy. There's a lot of people that think of us as really bad people. And I mean, of course, I think that's ridiculous because I'm trans and I know that I'm not a bad person. I wish good unto others. Even the people that have hurt me, I wish them the best. I wish no ill to others. And so I just wanted to send love out there because it can be hard sometimes. I know it. If you're watching this and you're trans or you're non-binary, I'm sure you understand. And if you are not trans or non-binary, then I still want to throw this out there because the more we describe our experiences, the more we talk about our experiences, the easier it is for people to understand who aren't trans, who don't know any trans people. This is nothing new for me. There are a lot of people out there that just heard of the word transgender in the past year, 2, 3 years. I've been living openly as a trans person for, I believe I'm on year 17 now. Even though I've always been trans, I just didn't know there was a word for it. But I've been living openly with it, and for most of the time, people didn't know what I was talking about. And I'm originally from the Midwest, so, I wasn't in a major city. Though I grew up in St. Louis. So it was still a city. It was a bigger metropolitan area. I wasn't in the middle of the boonies or anything to where, there's hardly any people. So there was some people when I first came out that knew what it was, but mainly they didn't. So now living in this world and this reality where a lot more people have heard of it, I have noticed that there's more acceptance, but there's also a lot of just misconception going on, and some of the perspectives are kind of frightening to me, and some of them are just silly. So just please stay strong out there and just know that what's true for you is true for you. And that's something that I've learned, especially over the past year, is that it's important for us to accept that not everybody will accept us. It brings us peace. And I say that in a very loving way. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't accept us. We should always accept ourselves and love ourselves. But what I'm trying to say is I've gained more peace in my life personally by just accepting the fact that not everyone will respect me as a trans person, and that's okay. Because it doesn't mean that I have to keep them in my reality, so to say. If somebody doesn't respect me, then I'm not going to keep coming back to them, coming back for more, coming back for friendship, coming back for relationship, coming back for any opportunity. I'm not going to sell my soul and, go make money via a situation where I'm being disrespected. Because there's this is a totally different subject, but let's just say with money is a form of energy. Everything is energy. So it's you don't want to go make money with really bad vibes. That's something, well, at least I don't. That's not something that I'm going to do, is sell myself short. So yeah, just a quick hello before the sun goes down. I have some ideas for some more thought out videos and stuff like that, but sometimes I just like to get on here and make a quick one. Had a really great day. I hope you did too. I got to see an old friend. That was fantastic experience. So I feel very blessed, and I wanted to share that good vibe with you all. Yeah, so thank you. I see the new subscribers on there. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed over the years. I'm just, as I always say, I am thrilled to be here. I started this channel pretty much like when my awakening experience started to accelerate, but like before I knew it was happening, if that makes sense. So when I started this channel, my intention was to just talk about stuff with like transgender stuff. But when I started it in 2017, I didn't even realize that people were going by non-binary. I was still saying non-op and stuff like that. So I've learned a lot by making this channel, and I'm really thankful for that. You know, I'm an old head. I'm old school. So, you know, a lot of the terminology I've had to come up to date with, you know, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy to learn and progress and evolve. Yeah. So I also feel the need, maybe somebody needs to hear this, that there's no right way to be transgender. So years ago when I did come out, the doctor I talked to at the time was trans and had transitioned. So that's all he knew. And there was no talk of non-binary at the time that I had heard of. So when I told him that I wanted to live my life without transitioning, he just told me that wasn't possible. And I've proved to myself that it is possible. And of course it's possible. Of course it is. You don't have to be a certain way to be trans. If you feel like taking hormones, taking like HRT, hormone replacement therapy, if you feel that's not for you, that's okay. If you feel it is, that's okay too. Same thing with surgery. I plan on having top surgery, and for the longest time I didn't. You know, you can change things up. If you feel like you don't want to do it now, you can do it later. Whatever is going to be right for you, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it in your heart and in your gut. But I felt the need, I don't know if somebody, again, needs to hear that. I have messages come through a lot for me, for myself, and sometimes for others. So if you needed to hear that, if that's for you, please know that there's no one single way to be transgender. And you should always go with what feels right for you. Because if I would have listened to that doctor telling me that I needed to take testosterone to be transgender, I wouldn't be who I am now. And I like who I am now. I love who I am now. I'm proud to be non-binary and transgender. It can be frustrating. I'm not going to lie. It can be very, very frustrating. There are days where I'm very tired of being misgendered or misunderstood when I go out into the world. However, I wouldn't change it because for me, like I personally don't want to inject pharmaceuticals into my body as much as humanly possible. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with it. I just don't feel it's good for me. I just looked up and it said 222. Anyway, my clock, I have to say this for all you angel number lovers out there. So as you can see, the sun's going down and it's later in the evening where I'm at. But my clock radio on my car is completely off and it's been for a while. And I haven't fixed it just because every time I get in this car, I see angel numbers. And I just think I have a hoot. I have fun with it. It's like, oh my goodness. So yeah, I haven't even fixed it because it's just too fun. It's like, it's one thing to see angel numbers on the clock, license plates, receipts, everywhere, right? But when you're seeing angel numbers on clocks that aren't even in sync with the so-called illusion of time that you're in, I don't know, I get even more tickled fancy. What am I even saying? I get more excited about that. I think it's kind of cool. But anyway, I'll let you go with that. I just wanted to send love, everybody. Be you, be happy. We're in this life. We're here for a reason. We chose to be here the way that we are. You are not a mistake. You are very valid. I don't care what the outside world says. There are a lot of agendas. There are a lot of different perspectives. So just because somebody, say, as an example, just if somebody comes and tells me that I just think I'm a man and I'm trans and it's not even real, that's their perspective. That's not my perspective. That's not my reality. And that's a good place to get to. It's taken me years to get to that place. I used to get so upset when people didn't see things exactly how I see them. Well, now I realized that's not really how this game of life works. And it's not just being trans, it's like a lot of things. Not everybody views money the way I view money. Not everybody eats the way I eat. Not everybody, that's the thing, not everybody pays attention to what I pay attention to. Same goes for you. So we just really got to hold our own, take our power back. My friend Cinda was helping me with that recently. Cinda, if you're watching this, I love you. I appreciate that. We have to take our power back and love ourselves for who we are. And now I'm really losing light, so I'm going to get off here. I love y'all. I'll see you later.